What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with my video breakdown for the season finale of American Horror Story Season 6, My Roanoke Return to 3 Nights of Hell. So the season is now officially over. I enjoyed the season, but overall it's the worst season out of all of them, if that makes sense, but I still enjoyed it. So before I watched this episode, I thought there was going to be a big twist somewhere in the episode, but then I thought every season is they're all standalone seasons, although there are connections between them all. They all are standalone seasons. So this episode for me was all over the place. It didn't really make much sense. Let's break it down. So the episode started with what looked like a Q&A session after the first half of the season, the part one, the My Roanoke Nightmare, where the fans were asking for hugs and asking random questions like their favourite colours and stuff. So that took up a good few minutes, and then it skipped to Lee not going to jail for killing for killing everybody at first, and then she had another court case where she was going to court for killing her husband, and she still managed to be exonerated for that, even though her daughter Flora was saying, "You killed Daddy." They made out because this Priscilla that she had an imagination, and it was all BS. So realistically speaking, they had a confession on record. If this was realistic, she would have got sent down, but the court said they wouldn't prosecute anyone in her kind of situation. And then it skipped to an interview with Lana Winters, who was from Asylum season, I think it was season 2, and the reason Lee took this interview was she was the same kind of person as her, as she had to kill her son within that season. So that was kind of interesting, but there wasn't really an interview, as one of the porks came in and knocked Lana the fuck out, and then after that it skipped. Like I said, this episode was fucking shit, to be honest. It was all over the place. It was just shocking ending to a decent season, and then it skipped to some spirit chasers who broke into the Roanoke kind of building, who thought it was fake, and they all ended up getting bowed down and killed. The spirit levels were mental, so it just kept jumping all over the place. And during that interview, Flora went missing, so during the spirit chaser part, Lee happened to be in there randomly, and Cricket went with them, and Priscilla was in there with Flora. So in the end, what had to happen was, at the start of the season, if you remember when she was in the cupboard, Flora warned them all, saying everyone's going to die and they'll save Flora for last. So this does make sense. So in the end, Lee had to exchange herself so Flora could walk out. So the sole survivor was actually Flora, it wasn't Lee. So Priscilla blew up the Roanoke and became a spirit. So Flora was the sole survivor of the My Roanoke 3 Nights in Hell, I guess you could say. I'm hoping the next season is a lot better, as this season started really slow till episode 6, got good for 3 episodes, and then the last episode was a bit of a mess. It was all over the place. didn't really go anywhere. It was just kind of showing you lots of different parts of what happens. So Lee gave the greatest sacrifice so Flora could live, basically. So that was a nice thing she did for her daughter, and that's pretty much all I've got to say about this. It was a disappointing episode, disappointing season if I'm honest. Hopefully season 7 is a hell of a lot better, as if season 7 is anything like season 6, I will stop watching a few episodes in because it's just shocking. Anyway guys, please like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you in another video. Peace.